question is, does defamation violate the non-aggression principle?
Well, in my book, Defending the Undefendable, I have a chapter on defamation, libel, and slander. And what I say there, and I still believe, is that it sounds bad. Like I now accuse you of taking a bath with a rubber ducky, and nobody will be your friend, you won't get any dates, and you'll be fired.
And exactly, you can ruin someone's image if you committed sexual assault. Like that would completely.
Well, let's stick with the rubber ducky for the moment.
No, a real example. Like that's not an example.
False allegations of rape, which occur now.
Yeah.
Well, that's a different thing. I think that's different than libel and slander. A false allegation in a court, you're violating your contract with the court. You have a contract with the court to tell the truth, and if you don't tell the truth, it's called, what is it called? Perjury. And that's a crime, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking not about false accusations of rape or things like that, which is a different issue. I'm just talking about ruining reputation.
Well, it doesn't even need to be in court. You can just spread a rumor on Facebook.
I'm now, shut up and let me ruin your reputation. I'm ruining your reputation. I'm telling people you're taking a bath with a rubber ducky, which everyone knows is despicable. And now people won't have anything to do with you. Your reputation is in tatters. And your reputation is more important than your car. I mean, your car is worth, I don't know, $20,000. Your reputation is worth way more because you can't get a date, you can't get a house to buy, you can't get a job. It's very serious. So it seems now I'm making the case for prohibiting this. It seems that we should have a law against it because one of your most prized possessions is your reputation, more prized than your car or maybe even your house. But I ask, what does your reputation consist of? Does it consist of what you think about yourself? No. It consists of what we all think about you. It consists of the thoughts in our head.
Or it's truth that can't be possessed.
Well, let me just finish this and then I'll call on you. It consists of the thoughts in everyone else's head. And you can't own the thoughts of anyone else. You can't own our heads, you can't own the thoughts in our heads. Therefore, paradoxically, even though you benefit from your reputation, even though you work hard for your reputation, even though when you sell your business, half of it will be goodwill, which is reputation, and the other half will be the physical plant or whatever, even though you benefit and work hard for your reputation, you don't own it. Therefore, if I take it from you, if I ruin it, I'm not taking it from you. So it's not as if I'm taking your car or your wristwatch. I'm not stealing your reputation because it's not your reputation. In some sense, it consists of our thoughts. Another paradox, so that's the first paradox. The second paradox is that if we didn't have this law against defamation or libel or slander, reputations be safer, not more at risk. Why? Because now if I make an allegation of whatever it is, people start saying, well, with the smoke, there's fire, you know, maybe he doesn't really take a bath with a big rubber ducky, maybe it's a small rubber ducky, but there's a rubber ducky in there somewhere. Whereas if we didn't have any libel, then Facebook and the New York Times want ads or Craigslist would be filled with this. This one's a commie, this one's this, this one's that, and no longer would a mere allegation suffice to ruin anyone's reputation. Now you'd have to prove it. I'd have to show some picture of you with a rubber ducky, which obviously I don't have. The young lady next to you.
Amanda?
I interrupted you when you were asking a question, but could you tell me what you had in mind?
Well, my question is similar to his. Like, let's focus on reality rather than fake examples. And since the truth is something that can't be possessed, thinking of reputation as a possession doesn't seem to be true to reality either. Also, this seems to be analogous to the problem of wrongful convictions to death row, as in if someone is wrongfully accused of rape or something like that, and it destroys their reputation in the same way that, like, some people could consider rape even worse than death, so too could a wrongful conviction or like a wrongful assault on someone's reputation be even worse than violating their property or something that actually is possessed, since truth is like not possessed.
Well, look, strictly speaking, if you want to have a law against ruining reputation, you have to outlaw all critical book reviews, all critical movie reviews, because I now review the latest movie, I don't know, what's the latest movie? Planet of the Apes. I now review Planet of the Apes and I say it stinks, it's a bunch of apes, and nobody should go watch it. And I've ruined the reputation of the actors and the producers of the play. So if you, again, I'm making a reductio ad absurdum. I'm taking the principle and I'm trying to apply it. And we cannot have any critical movie reviews or critical book reviews or critical anything. Look at all the nasty things I said about Milton Friedman. I ruined his reputation to the best of my ability. And according to this law of libel and defamation, I shouldn't be allowed to do it. Now, you don't really want to have a law where you can't criticize another economist. Redmond would be out of business.
Critical opinion seems distinct from completely false, something that's completely false. Like, there are things that are a matter of opinion, and there are things that are a matter of truth or falsehood.
I lie about the Planet of the Apes. I say the problem with the Planet of the Apes, there were no apes. There were plenty of apes. I lie about it. I should go to jail for that?
Well, the thing is, you see a guy walking across you in the hallway and he's been accused of rape, hasn't been proven in court of law, you're still going to always look at him sideways. And you're not going to want that guy who has been accused of something working with you.
But I answered the question about false accusation in court. Now, suppose you make a false, I said it's a crime and you should be put in jail for it.
That's like spreading a rumor, right?
Yeah, spreading.
Well, look, then we should forbid gossip.
That's not just any gossip, that's obviously something.
It's nasty gossip, but are we going to really have a free society where you can't gossip? Well, this is gossip now. I mean, if it's not in a court of law, it's gossip. And my second paradox, I think, answers that question, that these accusations will come so thick and fast that everyone will be accused of everything and no longer will a mere accusation suffice. But you're trying to have your cake and eat it, so to speak. You're trying to say, well, people will have accusations thick and fast, and yet it'll have some effect. No. The more accusations, the less effect any one of them or all of them will have. Now you have to prove it, and the only way to prove it is in some sort of court of law. And if you lied there, you're guilty of a crime. And I think that I've answered that one.